Eric Henson has been a member for 15 months, support level 2, and says, "Who is this movie actually for? I never watched any Indiana Jones
that's a
movies.
good question.
The marketing certainly doesn't make me want to see this one, let alone the original movies." Yeah, I don't know who this is for. I mean, there
that's
are
a problem.
Like
I was gonna say you have a big gap here, unfortunately, where it's been
called
15 years since we've had the last movie.
Mm.
And I don't think the last movie generated a new fan base. And I think this is kind of, I mean, I was saying this yesterday, but I think this is kind of credit towards the prequels and shows how Star Wars prequels at least lived on a little longer and kept the Star Wars franchise going. Crystal Skull did not. It was something where I think a lot of the next generation did not get it passed down to them. And not only that, I think there's a point to be made with that, is that what is there here for the next generation to get into? Nothing. I mean, Indiana Jones is so old and removed now from, the zeitgeist that, I mean, he's been parodized, or if I don't think that's a word, but satirized, I guess would be a better word, and tons of other things. I mean, he himself was basically a throwback to, serial heroes of the day. So like, I think I said this the other day. I said, I don't think he's quite at the level of like Lone Ranger yet, but he's really low on the totem pole as far as like in the pantheon of IPs or franchises or characters right now. I don't think it's there for him, especially when Barbie's looking at making 70, 80 million its opening weekend right now.
I don't know. At the end of the day, there are people that like this movie. More power to you. So, there's the odd person in the chat say you're being negative, you're being this, blah 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 blah. Look, at the end of the day, you can enjoy the movie. No one's saying you can't enjoy it, but or equally so, don't demean people that could justify why they dislike something. It really just shows that you're a moron on epic scales.
Yeah.
Again, I like the fact that you've liked the movie. I like the fact that anyone likes it. Good for you. I'm glad you didn't waste your time, because I fucking went there and I wasted my time and my money. Well, right? Absolutely wasted my time, because it's 3 hours, because it's 2.5 hours long. It's long and you feel it. But it's half-hour of trailers, and I've got to drive there. It's an hour each way. That's a 5-hour day for me just to go watch this hunk of shit. So you like the movie, and there are people that did. Good for you, honestly. Good for you.
And again, my takeaway right now is based on conversations and the information that I had going into this thing. I still haven't seen the film. I'm just going to keep as open a mind as possible going in there, because I've paid money to see it, unlike a lot of the access media who doesn't pay for that. I didn't get access to a screener or a special preview, so I'm having to go in there on my own dime, which is I really don't mind doing. I think it keeps me more honest, because I haven't been handed it. So, I really have to go into this and put on my cinema goer hat and either enjoy or not enjoy the film. But I can only draw from people that I trust, the people that I agree with regularly as far as the quality of films. That my enjoyment could be compromised here, and I will establish for myself whether or not that's true. But one of the reasons I review films, and I think everybody here does it for the same reason, is, I'm kind of like quality control, or, a consumer advocate, because I'm going to see a film. So maybe you don't have to, because if it's that shit and it's not worth the 5 hours that he's talking about, the more people that tell you that, maybe the more opportunity you have to save money. But
yeah, absolutely.
From your
especially in this economy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
From your description, though, Nate, you are indicating to me that this is as close to Indiana Jones as any of the Disney Star Wars films were to Star Wars. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Fair enough.
And like I said, I've read the movie from start to finish online, and I'm not paying to see this garbage. And you basically just reiterated my thoughts on not spending the money on it, as well as several other. There's some other reviewers that really aren't in our circle of YouTube, where we, for the most part, have a lot of the same opinions and agree on a lot of the same stuff when it comes to movies. And even they were saying this is not a good movie, you know. So it's just been one confirmation after another for me on not going and not wasting my time or money.